what's up everyone, it's Brian for GumballTech.com, and in this video I'm going to be doing my review of the iHome iConnect Media Keyboard and Wireless Mouse Combo Set. Now you can buy this for $50 from Costco. So first I'm going to start with the mouse. It's a fairly compact design. It's smaller than most standard mice that you'll see in the stores. It has a vertical and horizontal scroll wheel with middle click. You have your left and right buttons, and then on top you have a DPI button. On the left side you have two customizable buttons. I personally use these for forward and back when browsing the web. And then on the right side we don't have anything. Now on the bottom we have a little compartment for the small USB receiver, which is right here. It's just this little thing. It's really small and compact, so you can just stick that right in here if you're on the go. You just stick that in there and it's pretty securely in there too. And then this mouse uses one AA battery. Here is the little laser pointer, and we have an on-off switch that you don't really need to use since this device pretty much turns itself off after a certain amount of inactivity. So the previous mouse I have is considerably bigger than this, and it was wired. This one is definitely smaller. It weighs more, which I personally like because I like to have a little bit of weight when moving around, so I don't move around too much. So in general, this is a really good mouse. I definitely like it. It did take a little while to get used to since it was smaller, but wasn't too big of a deal. So that's the mouse. Now I'm going to move on to the keyboard. So on the left we have a pause and play button for controlling your music on your computer in your media player. And up here we have a iPhone, iPod Touch, and normal iPod dock. Now the keyboard comes with multiple dock things. So I'm going to take my iPhone and stick it in there. Now you could use this for charging and syncing your device. There it is, it's charging, and it is up in iTunes. So I'm going to move up to the top. Here we have the iHome logo. Then we have a bunch of touch-sensitive controls. Here we have shuffle, rewind, backwards and forwards. If you do hold on these, it does end up fast-forwarding through your media. Then we have a mute button, and then a volume slider. And then we have an eject button, and then we have indicator lights for the num lock, scroll lock, and the caps lock. Now over on the upper right, we have two USB ports, which do fold back, so you could hide them away. Flip it back if you need to use one, like that. And then on the right side we have a number pad. These buttons, they feel nice, but you sort of have to push them down considerably harder than anything else on this keyboard. If you learn to push harder on these keys, you'll definitely like it a lot. And they're definitely softer than when I first got this a couple weeks ago, so they do eventually break in, which is nice. Now onto the actual keys for the keyboard. They're pretty small. You have to learn to adjust to these new things. The keys are pretty small. The shift key on the right is the only one I've ever really used on any keyboard. It's definitely smaller than the one on the left, so that can become frustrating sometimes. Here we have the insert and the delete key to the left of the arrow keys. This to me is just bad placement. There's only one Windows key / command key for Mac people. It would have been nice if they had another one over here on the right side. Also, on the left side, we have a function key, which does various things in combination with other keys, but you have it in between your control key and your only Windows key. So you'd think that they would put the function key to the left. That would just sort of be the normal way of doing this. But you do adjust yourself to these new things, and it ended up being really nice. I could type really fast. It sounds okay when you're typing. It's not that loud like some other keyboards. So this one is definitely a pretty decent set. It is wired, and there's also a connection on the cable for external power. It does come with an external power supply that you plug into the wall and into this keyboard. On the other end of this wire is the power connector and the USB port. I'm assuming that's for the iPhone dock to keep it powered separately from the USB. Right there. So for 50 bucks you get this nice little wireless mouse, the really small USB dongle in there. And you get this nice laid out keyboard with 2 USB ports, powered of course, and its own iPod dock. So that is my little review of the iHome iConnect MIDI keyboard and wireless mouse combo. Again, you could get this for 50 bucks over at Costco. You could probably get it at other places, but that's where I bought mine. Leave any comments or whatever for this video down below, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.